Oh, I'm sort of in the shade. I don't know, can you guys hear me? We'll see. I've got the fan on out here, so yeah, so we are over at my house in the backyard hanging out. I'd love to be in the hammock, but I think that's a little bit warmer than over here. It is hot out yet, but it's like just starting to cool off, so it should be good. Ugh. I don't know. Anyway, so what is everybody up to this evening, this afternoon, whatever? It's 6 o'clock, but it looks like it's all of 3 p.m. It's kind of weird. Anyway, so we are at my house. We're in the backyard. I have to do some gardening, so I was kind of watering the plants and checking to see what else needs to be done out here. And truthfully, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. It's okay. My husband keeps buying me marigolds, which I do like to put out because they make mosquitoes go away. So, but now I've got like a lot of marigolds, like a lot. So we'll see what happens with that. I've got 3 more pots of marigolds to put out. So they're a very useful plant, so I like that. Anyway, but yeah, the whole garden needs some work. It definitely needs some work. But anyway, we're gonna hang out here for a little bit until it gets too hot, and then I'm going in. So most of my garden is actually in a horse trough, actually, that my husband painted copper, and it looks all beat up and worn, and I love it. So, and it works perfectly for a garden. But I keep trying to get the garden to like extend, and it's fighting me. The weeds are fighting me. The whole thing is just fighting me. So I don't know. We have like a battle each year. Normally I lose, but that's okay. I don't know. It's an interesting little spot. But it's nice to hang out here in the morning, especially when it's not too hot out. So like 7 a.m. hanging out, just watching the dog go bananas. Kind of fun. So I don't know, all of my curtains are up right now, but so you can kind of see this is the pergola that my husband made for me. My outside seating area here. All my flowers. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's like really bright outside. So yeah, we're sitting here hanging out. What are you guys up to this evening? Hopefully I'll be able to see the screen. I am just getting out of work today. Today was absolute mayhem, as usual. It's always absolute mayhem, but we try. It was kind of weird. So my daughter, actually, we needed some help today. So she is 15. She actually just applied to Publix, and she applied to Chick-fil-A, and she just really wants to go somewhere and actually clock in and not be like helping us, because she's helped us for years. We always had the kids help us. But I actually was paying her to do some filing and answer some phones and stuff like that today. It was really funny. So if you called the Great Expectations property management line today, you may have actually gotten Lexi on the phone. Maybe. So at the property management meeting this morning, I was like, okay, so yeah, if you guys could help her out and stuff, because she's, you know, she knows what we do, but she's never done it herself. So tonight, I think they were a little too easy on her, because tonight she's getting home and she's like, I don't know what you guys complain about. This job is easy. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, she's gonna, you know, pretty much everybody was helping her out today, but tomorrow, maybe a little bit more her and less others, but it was still pretty funny. I don't know. Everybody's quiet on here today. But yeah, we've always had the kids help us. Like, our son knows how to install ceiling fans on our rental, and yeah, scraping up that sticky tiles. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, they hate sticky tiles so badly. You know those little like square tabs of like linoleum that you get from like the dollar store in a pack of, I don't know, 20 or 25? Yeah, if you put those on your floor, they will become one with the floor. Not the actual linoleum. Nope, that'll actually chip up and disappear. But the glue will remain forever. Yeah, especially when you apply it directly to the porous concrete. Yeah, so basically what they have to do to prep it for the tile guys to come in is to scrape the remainder of the sticky tiles. That's what we call them, is sticky tiles, because they stick to the, anyway. But yeah, they take basically a floor razor blade and razor blade the whole floor. So they hate sticky tiles with a passion that I cannot even express to you. But they've both removed sticky tiles many times, because it's incredibly boring, repetitive work. But yeah, they've definitely both had to do that before. so they've definitely done that, but they've not actually had to like clock in. So this was her first attempt at an actual job where she was clocking in. So, but I have apparently failed in any kind of capitalism, because it was not until the end of her shift that she actually asked what she made per hour. So kind of funny. Yeah, that's funny. It's okay. To say she did not negotiate was an understatement. But no, it was fun. It was fun working with her today. I was like so proud, and then like at the same time I'm like, oh, I can't believe she just asked that, you know. So yeah, that was good. It's all good. It was really cool seeing her in there. So what about you guys? What have you been up to? What are we doing today? I'm actually gonna take this in, because I think the fan is messing with the sound too, and I can't sit out here without the fan on right now. It is too warm. It's about 90 degrees outside, maybe 87. I don't know, somewhere in between there. But I'm gonna take this inside. So let's do that. See? Anyway, yeah. So there's the mayhem. My husband is laying out fencing for the puppy because, well, she's insane. So there's that. And then that's the marigolds that he just got me, and an area that I have to weed because it keeps, like Jumanji, I swear. More marigolds that he got me. And then I asked for a couple of tomato plants, and he got me 9 tomato plants. So yeah, so they're fighting for space with the peppers that I did not ask for, but he thought they were great. So I've now got 9 pepper plants as well. So we're gonna have a lot of salsa. I don't know what kind of pepper plants they are, but I planted them. And then this is actually an avocado tree that I don't know what I was thinking. I put it in there like weeks and weeks ago, but because I've been watering the tomato plants so much, now I've got the avocado tree springing up like crazy. So we'll see, because that really should have been in something that I can take inside. So I gotta move that. And then that is rosemary that grows like insane in Florida, like Ocala, Florida. It'll grow into a bush holly that'll fill this whole thing. And then of course, my onions, I think that's garlic right there, but I'm not for sure. That's a mum that I planted years ago. Somebody said that if you put paper down from the shredder, it will kill off weeds, and then you can put the thing on top. I wanted to try that. Mostly it's just getting the puppy to stay out of it. And then that was all a garden that my kids were doing. We can see how well their garden is going. Lexi's rose bush is doing great, but I think they have called it quits on the rest, and Jumanji has taken over again. So that's our other avocado. If anybody wants to know how to grow an avocado tree, I can do it a lot. All right, well, let's run through here real quick because it's hot. It's too hot out there. No. The puppy wanted to come. She's so crazy. She's so crazy. We're not gonna do that. Whew, see how red my face is? It was too warm out there. It was a great idea, But we'll try that again in the winter. We're going to do that in the winter. So we're going to hang out in here in the air conditioning. So unless you guys want to do a live at like 6 o'clock in the morning, because, you know, that's a thing. It was warm. Okay, this is, oh, summer is crazy. But yeah, normally throughout the year, I can do that out there. But right now, hot as, whew, no. Oh, too much. Too much. Everybody's going to see my animal crackers. Okay. Anyway, so what else is, have you guys seen, oh my goodness, I saw the funniest thing today, and of course I went down the rabbit hole, but have you ever seen the sheriff's department? It's over in Kansas, and it's hilarious. I didn't actually think it was the sheriff's department that was actually putting it on there. I thought it was like some kind of spoof. No, it's actually this sheriff's department in Wabau now. Hold on. It's Wabau. I don't know the rest. Wabani. Anyway, it's the Wabaunie County Sheriff's Department. If you have a few minutes and you really want to laugh, you've got to go on to that Sheriff's Department Facebook page, because they are freaking hilarious. I don't know who is doing their social media, but it's a riot. I honestly thought it was a spoof. I did not think, and then I started looking through it, and sure enough, it's the Sheriff's Department. They actually have a sense of humor. They actually put on one of it that if you are a man and you tell one of our female deputies that she, something like, if you hit on her, she has every right to tase you. It was like, follow us for more dating advice. And I was dying. I was rolling laughing. I was like, oh my God, really? So yeah, it was just, the whole thing was just hilarious. So whoever, hats off to you guys over there. Y'all really have a sense of humor. I loved it. I absolutely love it when the sheriff's department has a sense of humor. They have to deal with such horrible, horrible things all the time and see such horrible things all the time. And they definitely do not have the same respect for their jobs that, you know, they may have had in other decades. It's a hard job. It's a really hard job. And, yeah, so hats off to them. We recently had here in Ocala, everybody's like, oh my goodness, there's something going down at the Home Depot. And I say the Home Depot because there's only one, in our county. So anyway, but, everybody's like, stay away from the Home Depot today. There's like something going down. Well, what it was a young man, who was having, you know, suicidal thoughts and tendencies or whatever. And, his mom called the sheriff's department, or the Ocala Police Department actually, and was saying that she was really worried about him. And they you know, tried to contact him. They found him at the Home Depot in the parking lot, and basically he decided that he was going to force them to help him with his endeavors. So he shot at them. So they shot back, and he got his desire. But they were really trying, you know, they were trying to talk him down, trying to talk him, you know, anything and everything. They definitely did not want any of that to happen. It was a public parking lot. It put a lot of other people in danger. So obviously he was, you know, he was really suffering. But at the same time, those poor officers, I mean, yeah, of course they're in fear of their life because they're getting shot at, but at the same time, they're being forced to do something that they really, really don't want to do. They really wanted him to get help. They did not want to be put into that position. So, like, I'm going to start cheering up to put them into that position. You know, of course, they're under investigation because they have to. And anytime there's a situation like that, it's always put up as a homicide. And so it was really sad. The whole thing around was just so sad. So, you know, of course our hearts go out to, you know, the family, the mom of that young man, but also the officers. They had to really deal with something, that, I mean, they didn't want to do that, but I also, at the same time, they're getting shot at and there's other people in the parking lot. So hello, gotta do something. So yeah, it was just no bueno. That was not good. So it was just, I don't know. I feel so bad. I feel so bad for the officers involved and stuff, because again, they didn't want that, but they were kind of forced into it. And now they have that to think about for the rest of their lives. And it's like, oh, that's awful. Anyway, so yeah, not to be like a downer or anything, but that I'm just saying, they don't get enough kudos for what they go through every single day, being away from their family, nights, weekends, holidays. You know, somebody's got to be out there dealing with everybody's craziness. I mean, yeah, it's terrible that you got to like have like family drama at the holidays, but you know, calling the police are working. They have to be working. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just, yeah, not that I like getting speeding tickets, and I've gotten my fair share. But yeah, they, you know, yeah. I just think that they definitely need more kudos in their life. So, to see a sheriff's department like that just have this wildly funny sense of humor, even though they're dealing with all sorts of mayhem, I thought it was just awesome. So I was cracking up. It was great. So if you have time, check that one out. But I mean, our sheriff's department definitely has a sense of humor, but it's definitely a lot more low-key. You know, like Sheriff Billy Woods, that's our sheriff. He does Wanted by Woods Wednesdays, and it's this music that's like the Wild Wild West, you know, theme music kind of stuff, and then you know, the whistling. Anyway, you'll have to see it, but just put Wanted by Woods Wednesdays in YouTube and it'll pull up his different stuff. And he calls them straight out. He's like, okay, so-and-so, you know, did this. And I mean, you're supposed to say allegedly, and he doesn't. He's just like, this is what they did, and I need your help to go find them. And sure enough, people will jump onto Facebook and they're like, oh yeah, I saw them over there. Or, hey, they're over at their cousin's house. And, you know, so they tell on them right and left. But I mean, it's a fairly small town. I mean, everybody knows you. It's not like you can really hide out here. Like, if you wanted to hide out, you better not hide out in Ocala, because it's just not going to work very well. We're all so nosy. So, yeah, just don't. There's not really a whole lot that you can do here and, like, get away with. It's just pointless. Just don't. But, yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, we had just all sorts of crazy stuff. Like last week we had, it was weird because I had a buyer that was actually came down and he was like, how come none of you guys have fences? And I'm like, well, some of us do. Excuse me. I'm getting a fence just because of the dog, because I don't want her like running all over the neighborhood, and keeping an eye on her in the mornings and stuff is kind of a pain because she's all over the place. Anyway, so it's just to make our lives just a little bit easier. So we're putting up a little 3-foot fence, a little picket fence. I mean, see-through. It's not for privacy by any stretch. And we've been here going on 7 years, and we're putting in a fence now. But like the neighbor kids, they come over, like we had friends over, and we're sitting there having dinner and stuff, and he keeps checking, like the guest was over, he's, you know, former military. He kept looking at the back window and he's like, there's somebody in your backyard. And I'm like, it's probably just the neighbor kids. So I look back there. Yeah, neighbor kids are over there, because it's a really good soccer field between their yard, the other neighbor on the other side, and our yard. That's a 3-yard. I mean, that's almost a full acre of just straight nothing to play soccer in. So they're always playing soccer and stuff. I don't care. I mean, they're not doing any damage or anything. So, I mean, let them play, whatever. But it really kind of freaked out this one buyer from California. He was like, there's no privacy. I'm like, well, if you want privacy, go ahead and, you know, put up your fence and stuff. But I was like, if you're keeping other people out, that means you got to get kept in, which means you're not gonna be able to like look at your neighbors and stuff. And he's like, look at them. I was like, yeah, this is the South. We all sit on our porch and stare at each other. He's like, what? And sure enough, I looked over and there's like a porch wide open with like, there's the chairs. And that's what you do. You sit on the porch, drink some sweet tea or coffee in the morning or whatever. And, you know, you yell over to whoever's walking or walking their dogs or whatever. And, you know, watch the neighbor kids. And if they get into anything, you go out and yell at them. He's like, you yell at other people's children. And I'm like, yeah, that's the job. Like, yeah, if they're doing something like stupid, which kids do, then yeah, you yell at them, but you know, it's out of kindness. Like, don't do something stupid. You're going to get hurt. And you know, they listen, it's whatever, you know, but it's only if they're going to get hurt. You don't yell at them just to yell at them. Well, anyway, so he was saying how in California, a lot of people have like fences and then they have like shrubs and trees like overhanging so that like, you can't see anything. And I'm just like, that sounds like a prison. But I mean, I guess with the shrubbery, it wouldn't as much, but I don't know. I like waving at people. Like, I don't know. That seems a little weird, but whatever, to each their own. The neighbor over here, they have a fence and they put it up. And I was just like, that's really weird. They put up a fence because they don't have any pets. And apparently it was because, they were fairly new around here and the wife was originally from New York and she didn't want critters. I mean, a fence isn't going to stop critters. They'll crawl over it. But she didn't know. So she got a fence. And so yeah, then they were really shocked. They had a gopher tortoise in their yard. They had an armadillo in their yard. I was like, yeah, it probably got stuck from the fence. That's not going to keep them out, but it'll sure keep them in when they get stuck. You can't remember where they came in from. Like, what are you doing? So yeah, they're like, man, we keep getting these rabbits like crazy. And I was like, yeah, there's a lot of rabbits in this neighborhood. And yeah, it was kind of crazy. But yeah, recently, like 2 weeks ago, some lady who's like crazy lady in the neighborhood, you know, there's that one crazy lady in the neighborhood. Apparently she was like yelling at the kids, didn't like the kids in this field next to her house. It wasn't even her field. It was like next to her house. Anyway, so she was hollering at them, yelling at them, just being nasty. And she kept getting into altercation with some of the kids' mom and just went back and forth. And they had the police out there like 20 times. And she wasn't having none of this person. She didn't want the kids, blah, blah, blah. The kids are playing over in soccer field. Hello. Anyway, it blew up. She threw some roller skates at the kid, hit the kid in the foot. The kid went home, told his mom. Somehow the lady had also like stolen his iPad. She literally just picked it up and was like in her house with it. The mom came over, fit to be tied, because you can maybe like yell at the kid. You do not throw things at a child. That's just wrong. Anyway, so they blew up about it, and the one lady shot through her door and killed her neighbor. I was like, that is horrible. Horrible. And then she tried to claim self-defense because she's just this little old lady. She's only 58 years old. That is not little old lady. So she's 58 years old. I was like, that is some craziness. So, man, we had people from all over the place. They were all over here. And we're like freaking out about it. And we're just like, she's going to jail. What are y'all freaking out about? Not a question. She's going to jail. Like, we all know she's going to jail. And I mean, I've even met the woman. I've been in that. I mean, it's a small town. So anyway, she just, I don't know. Life just treated her bad and she's just angry at the world. I have no idea. Anyway, so yeah, she's in jail now. So, and she apparently got bond, but it was like over $100,000 for bond. She didn't have any money. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but it was some craziness. That was craziness going on. But even the sheriff, he was just like, I don't know why he had her arrested. It was like, he couldn't arrest her right away because there was like a whole bunch of nonsense going back that she was doing self-defense. So they had to investigate. Anyway, so over the weekend, she was not sitting in jail. And oh my goodness, whew, it blew up on TikTok. It was like all over the place. It was crazy mayhem. All these people came from other towns and they were just like, ah, you know. And so, yeah, hey, how's it going, Smile? I'm just gossiping. I'm sitting here gossiping because we had all sorts of craziness happen the last couple weeks. So anyway, but yeah, sheriff's like, man, the only people that are saying anything and like being all crazy and trying to tell us what to do are the people from other towns. He's like, everybody here knows she's going to jail. We're like, duh. It's not even a question. But he has to like Florida law, there's like stand your ground and there's all these other things. So people from other states and other areas were coming in going, oh, you have to do this and you have to. He's like, I have to do the law so that when I do arrest her, she stays there. That's the deal. Like, if you don't do it by the books, then they get off, and you don't want to do that. That's not good. So anyway, even if she did get out of there, she would still have to do ankle monitor. But I don't know if that would help because she was in her house and she shot through a door. That was crazy. But yeah, we all know. We were all just like, of course she's going to jail. Like, and is she gonna stay there? Like, what's the question? But yeah, there was a whole bunch of people from other areas that came to Ocala and were like, oh, you have to like arrest her immediately. And he's like, I can't even interview the kids yet because they were traumatized. So he took him over to this place called Kimberly Center. So Kimberly Center is, it looks kind of like a house on the outside. It's just this really welcoming, kid-friendly, there's like games and it's like, it looks like a house, and it's like super, 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 super fun, friendly place, very comforting, very warm. That's what it's supposed to be. And what it is instead of kids having to, because that's who the witnesses were to the whole thing, was kids. So instead of kids having to go to a police station and be in a very scary atmosphere, they have the counselors and the police come to Kimberly Center. So if any child is like, has gone through something, has gotten abused or anything like that, or in this case, traumatized because they were a witness to a crime, they go to Kimberly Center and there's counselors there that can, you know, talk to them. And it's very, I can't say relaxing because they're still traumatized, but it's not as bad as if you haul them into a police station and they're terrified and traumatized and it's overwhelming, and you know, there's these people that are like scary, and they might have, you know, sometimes they get told, you know, that the police will come and get them and stuff like that, so they don't feel comfortable talking to police, but they'll talk to a counselor that looks like a mom. So anyway, that's what Kimberly Center is. So he couldn't take them to Kimberly Center until Monday. So he didn't get the witness statement until Monday, and he didn't want to, like, I mean, again, they were traumatized. They needed to be with their family. So anyway, but it is what it is. From people from other areas, they don't know that you got to go to Kimberly Center. Like, if my kid was traumatized, I would want her to go to Kimberly Center. I would not want her to go to the police station. That's like, no. That would be like traumatizing all over again. So no, I like it the other way. Who are you talking about? Was this in, yeah, it wasn't in my neighborhood. It was about 15 minutes away, but yeah, there was a mom that was, it was killed, because it was like this neighbor dispute that just got way out of hand. Like, they had the police out like 20 times, and it kept escalating and escalating and escalating. And, yeah, so they finally, like, neither one of them called the police, and they just, I guess they just decided they could duke it out, except for the one mom brought the dukes and the other person brought a gun, and it did not end well. So yeah, it was not good. So, and it all happened in front of, like, the mom got shot right in front of her kid. It was not good. It was so sad. So I don't know. I hope the kids are okay. I really do. But I mean, the one probably thinks it's his fault because he's the one that went and got his mom. But at the same time, oh my God, so not his fault. So not his fault. But yeah, it just escalated and escalated. I am so grateful for my neighbors. Every freaking one of them is amazing. Absolutely love my neighbors. That can really mess with you if you don't have awesome neighbors. It doesn't matter how amazing the house is, but if your neighbors are terrible, it just ruins everything. Like, just freaking move, because it's gonna ruin everything. So yeah, I know, it really was. it was so sad. It was so incredibly sad. I've been watching it like crazy and just seeing, you know, how the whole thing unfolded. But it was really weird to see so many people on TikTok and stuff. People that I follow on TikTok from other states and stuff were talking about this. And it was so weird to see Ocala mentioned in other places. I was like, whoa. But I was like, oh, this small rural town and stuff. And I was just like, okay. Okay, it's the adults. Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. But it just, I mean, I think she was just not mentally there. I mean, obviously, but also she's just upset with life. Life had not treated her well. And man, my husband actually, I think because he's sick of me following it, but he was like playing the bond hearing, I guess, or the arraignment. That's what it was. So like everybody, he's like, I didn't know you could have recordings in there. And I was just like, yeah, apparently. So the whole thing was like available on YouTube or whatever. So he was watching the arraignment and stuff, but I don't know. It's just, she just seemed kind of miserable and just, I don't know. It was just kind of weird. So, but it's crazy. Cause like we don't have that issue like ever with neighbor. I mean, and we have like kids next door. We have an elderly couple across the road. We have like, and they're, you know, sorry, my dog's barking. We have like everything, all different ages, all different races. Everybody gets along just fine. Like, like what? Like the neighbors did have a little dog that used to like run after us. It didn't bite or anything. It was just this little tiny, man, I about punted that thing. It was trying to bite my ankles. I was like, So it would like run and zoom across to our yard to like bite ankles in my yard. I was like, oh dog, you're about to go sailing. I'm not joking. Don't you bite me. So, but that was only for like the first year or two that we lived here. And that, I mean, you could tell the owners of the dog felt really bad because they were always like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And like come and chase and get the dog. But she was just really protective of them to the nth degree. And she was itty bitty. So anyway, it was kind of funny, but she hasn't been around for years. So what's up? My husband just walked in.
What is the stroller for?
The dog. Okay, so I know, but she doesn't want to yet. So we have this puppy. She's all of 5 months old, and she's insane. She's totally and completely insane. She's a Cavalier poodle. She's nuts. I mean, like full on nuts. Very high energy. So we were like, okay, kind of excited because we're like, well, Lexi's really high energy, so we'll just yep, ankle biter. That's exactly it. Smiley says, hi hubby, we love your wife. He says, Anyway, he just came in and he saw my my purchase today. That was what the $35 was for. So I asked him on Friday for him to stop because he was over kind of by the bank. And I was like, could you stop and get me $35 cash? Because I need cash. And he's just like, okay. So he did. He never asked me what it was for. He's a good husband. So he brought me the $35 cash. Well, the person that was selling this jogging stroller, it's a used jogging stroller. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care how stained up it is. I care that it's only 35 bucks. Those things are really expensive. They're like a couple $100s. So anyway, this guy had it on Facebook Marketplace and he said that he could actually drop it in my office. I was like, cool. So he did today. We couldn't, like, somehow our timing didn't work out on Friday. And then we both went home on the weekend. So he brought it over to my office today. So it's a jogging stroller. The issue is, yes, the dog is crazy and she's super fast in our yard, but she doesn't like the road. And the whole thing is my daughter was so looking forward to going running with this dog. So my daughter and I were talking about it. I was like, well, maybe she just needs to get used to being on the road because she freaks out on the leash. So we're taking her to puppy training over at PetSmart, but that doesn't start until August. So we're like, well, let's get her used to being in this with the fence. It's not like she's going to be in the road anyway. So, you know, I'm not worried about her not being afraid of the road. Right now she's afraid of the road. Not good because we really wanted her to go for long walks and jogs and stuff with Lex. So we got this $35 jogging stroller, and it is pretty beat up. The guy, I guess, thought it was for a kid of mine or something, because he asked me if I wanted the car seat, to buy the car seat too, and I was just like, no, I don't need the car seat. I need the jogging stroller. So it's perfect because when you lay it down flat on the inside, it's perfect. The dog should be great. So we were getting her used to it today, and we put a whole bunch of doggy treats in there so she would get in it, because at first she just barked at it. But we're going to have her go and try it out maybe a little bit later once it's a little cooler outside, and see how she likes it. I didn't want to tell the guy that it was for my dog. So my husband just got home and he's like, why is there a stroller in the living room? Because you're married to me. It seemed like a good idea at the time. We'll see how it works. If not, I'll sell it to somebody else for like, I don't know, 20 bucks. Oh, no. It's a cool jogging stroller though. Lexi's really excited. My husband never knows what he's gonna go home to. It's really bad. Like, y'all don't even know. Whatever. It's fine. I don't, like, he'll go and buy me, like, cut flowers, and I'm just like, you're buying me flowers that are about to die. But if he goes and buys me, like, 99-cent marigolds, I'm thrilled. It's like, what? But that's something that I can, like, watch it grow, and I can use like the dead marigolds. If you open it, those are seeds. I could literally have marigolds for like forever. He's buying me flowers forever outside. That's an awesome thing. Some cut flowers that are truly beautiful, but they're actively dying. Yeah, not my thing. We'll just go with not my thing. He's a great husband. He is. He is definitely, he's got a lot of patience. He's just like, so yeah, when he was coming back through, he's like, and I was like, that's what the $35 was for. He never asked, so I never told him. So hopefully she will like it. If not, somebody's gonna get a really cheap stroller. I don't know. But yeah, he brought it to the office, and he's just like, I was like, okay, cool. And then I'm like trying to haul the thing into the office, and the guy's like, do you want to know how to break it down? And I was just like, yeah, that might be a good idea. I got a Prius. That thing is going to get like jammed in there. So we had to put the seats down and get this thing in there. These things are huge. Anyway, he is a great husband. So he puts up with all of the social media crazy, and the dog and the kids, and my absolute insanity, and I don't know. Yes, Aries, they do. I love mosquitoes. I love marigolds for that reason. They too. In fact, if you do not have any off or any kind of like spray that you want to spray, or if you're like allergic or whatever, you can take marigolds and like rub it, like crush it into your, you'll get your skin will have some yellow marks to it from the marigolds, but yeah, it'll actually repel mosquitoes. They absolutely hate the way they smell. And truthfully, marigolds do stink. They really do smell terrible. But yeah, mosquitoes won't come near them. So if you plant them around your porch, it will make all the mosquitoes stay away. Better than citronella. Citronella you have to light. Marigolds just sit there and enjoy life, and mosquitoes are repelled. So kind of cool. Oh yeah, if you're out in the Ocala National Forest, whew, yes, get you some marigolds. Get them right now, like a lot. You are in the forest, yeah, but especially, but they really like sun, so just make sure it's a sunny patch. But yeah, no, they do. They will repel mosquitoes like crazy. So, and then like I said, they're so easy to grow. As soon as one of the marigolds starts to like die or whatever, you just snap it off and then open it up. And all of the little pieces of flower, all the little petals inside, they all are seeds. And so you can take like each little flower is like 50 seeds, so you can just continue. You can even save them for the next year if you wanted to. So you are so very welcome. Glad I could help. I'm a terrible gardener. I mean, you guys saw my garden. It's terrible. But there are a few things I can grow. I can grow tomatoes like crazy. I can grow marigolds. The green onions, oh my goodness, can I grow green onions? Those things are insane. I have to like, they grow like crazy, and then I have to keep taking them out of my garden. So I can grow lettuce and stuff too. But so a lot of the stuff that I grow, and avocados, if y'all need some avocado trees, I am inundated with avocados right now. So my daughter, she's like, I kept trying to grow avocados. Kept trying, you know, you stick the little toothpicks and stuff. That does not work, okay? I could never get one to really grow. Maybe a little bit of root and then it just dies. I could never get it to grow. Excuse me. So Lexi comes in and she goes, no, I saw this on TikTok. Here's how you do it. She takes a avocado seed right out of the avocado, takes a wet paper towel, wraps it up, and then tosses the whole mess into a Ziploc bag, closes it up, throws it over to the side on the counter. And I'm like, that is not going to grow anything. And she's like, give it time. About, I don't know, a week or two later, I'm like, okay, this is time to go. It needs to get off the counter. This is gross. She's had her experiment. I open the thing up. It has rooted everywhere, all through the paper towel. And I'm going, okay. So I go and show her. She's like, yeah. She goes, leave it there. We got to wait until the green stuff comes out. And I'm just like, okay. So I, you know, add a little more water to the paper towel and tossed it back in the bag and put it back on the counter. And then sure enough, leaves start coming out of this thing. And she's like, okay, now we're just going to stick it in a coffee. You know, the coffee, like Keurig things. So you know how there's like refillable Keurig things? There's like, it's like a little orange mesh thing. She stuck that on top of a jar, stuck water in the jar, and we had a tree. And it grew, it grew, it grew. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So that's not even the one that's outside. That's the one that's inside, okay? We have been giving away avocado trees like crazy because they're so easy to grow at this point. Like, so easy. It's a paper towel in a bag on the counter. That's it. So, but we don't have any avocados from them yet. So I keep having to buy avocados. Then I'm just like, I hate to throw this away because this is a tree waiting to happen. So I think I have like 8 avocado trees. We've given a couple of them away, but they grow. So like I've found the secret. So yeah, now we have avocado trees like everywhere. And I'm like, what am I going to do with all these avocado trees? But they kind of look like a ficus. So I'm like, maybe we could use it decorative in the living room or something. I mean, I don't know. It's this big old huge, it's a freaking tree. I've got like a whole orchard. I'm like, what am I going to do with them? Yeah, this is what I do with my spare time. This is probably why I work so much, is my husband encourages me to work so much, so I do not have time to come up with weird stuff at home. Oh, it's crazy. But yeah, pods. Yes, the little coffee pod things. Yes. So yeah, I had some refillable ones in case I'm ever out of Keurig pods. And I don't want to hear about Keurigs. I love my Keurig very much. I have an espresso machine. I have like 7 coffee machines. Like, we will never be out of coffee, but I always have a backup of the backup of the backup of the backup. Yeah. So in case the Keurig pods were out, then I could use the reusable. And if not, I could use my espresso machine. If not, I've got the coffee machine. I've got the little ones that are stovetop ones. I have like 3 of those. I have a French press that I use actually primarily for camping. I don't know. I'm covered, man. We will never be without coffee. I think between the offices and everything, I've got 4 Keurigs. It's a lot of Keurigs. I know, that's what I'm going to do. Pick my own avocados eventually. But they are trees. So, trees generally like a lot of space. So, and the other issue is that these trees, full-on trees, don't do well in Florida winters. So these are going to have to be indoor trees. So that's a thing. So I'm growing like 8 indoor trees. So far, it's just been a fun little experiment. But the one tree, it's been a couple months and it's about as tall as I am. It's crazy. They grow really fast. So I heard somebody was trying to grow avocado trees in Florida. They were actually going to do it instead of citrus. So, Allie. Allie's like, no, it's not a joke. Seriously, she's a little psychotic on the coffee. Yeah, you have to have different kinds of, like, I'm kind of picky with the creamers. Allie, I got home and David was like, what's with the stroller in the living room? Like, you had no idea. Instant Pot has a new coffee maker and it's awesome. Now, great. Now I need an Instant Pot coffee maker. That's great. No, I need a different, my Instant Pot is cool, but I would like to get a better air fryer. I think that's my next thing that I find. So Allie works with us at Great Expectations Realty. She's one of the realtors there. Well, she's one of the property manager realtors. So, primarily property management. So she's awesome. She is this awesome ball of energetic, spitfire, cool person. So, and she's absolutely crazy about dogs. Yeah, of course you would bring up the puppy. No, she's out there misbehaving as usual. So I'm hiding in here. She's out there barking at nothing. I don't know. She's adorable. She is so cute. She looks like a little teddy bear. Let's feed the puppy. All right. Fair warning, she is crazy. I am awesome. Hold on. Oh, let me get her. Lucy. Lucy. Come here, Lucy. Come here. Come on. Oh my God. Okay. This is Lucy, the feisty redhead. Yeah. Okay, yes. Thank you. Yes, I love you too. So she looks sweet and cuddly. She is crazy. She is absolutely mayhem. Absolute mayhem. She is a 4-month-old, well, 5-month-old? Are you 5 now? Almost. She's almost 5 months old. And she's psychotic. It's okay. We accept that here. We work around it. Say hi. Yeah, she's being all sweet right now. She got you fooled. Because she is crazy. But so she needs a trip to the groomer, but she has one more shot of the parvo stuff before she can come out of quarantine. So she's been chilling at home for the most part. She doesn't really get to go out and do much yet, but she's got about another 10 days and then she can go hang out with people at dog parks and at PetSmart. She can't even go to, like, we can't even put her on the floor at PetSmart yet. Oh, and she's getting bored. Bring out the crazy. But yeah, no, she's a sweet, sweet, sweet puppy dog. Oh my God, she's got you guys fooled right now. She's being all sweet. Oh my goodness. She's really being sweet. Huh. Where's Ricky? Where's Ricky? Where is he? That's her chew toy. She carries it around everywhere. I think it was a donkey. I'm not really sure, but she has tore that poor thing apart. So, yeah. You can't even tell where her face is. She needs her hair clipped so bad. Yeah, you're a sweetheart, huh? Sometimes. I think she's just wore herself out from being crazy. Yep, there she goes. Do not eat my shoes. Yeah, you can eat David's shoes. Those are okay. No, she just likes the shoelaces. And I think she's gone again. Yep. Okay. And she's gone. She doesn't look crazy. I promise you, she is crazy. She is absolute energy and mayhem. Right now, she's being sweet and fairly calm. That is not my dog at all. Like, wow, is she like, she can go so, she is really fast. Like, but yeah, no, when she gets like in a frenzy of puppy frenzy, and she tried to eat the wall, and she shreds everything. And I mean, I know it sounds like regular puppy, but I met, like, Jeff and Tristan have a golden retriever puppy, and he gets into stuff and he's curious, but he's not like frenzied. She is full on, I don't know, crazy. Yeah, she's getting sleepy from terrorizing us all day. That's probably what it is. Oh, you're welcome. You'll see a lot more of her once she's out of puppy quarantine. I don't really even know what parvo is, but it's not good. I know it's not good, and it can kill her. So we're gonna make sure that she's all vaccinated into oblivion, so she doesn't get anything crazy, and then she can come hang out a little bit more. But Jeff and Tristan got their puppy, and they were trying to talk us into a golden retriever, and my husband was having no part of having a large dog. He's like, you know. And then Lexi and I are both pretty allergic to pretty much everything. So yeah, we got the hypoallergenic dog, which is great. So yeah. I have been watching Inverness videos in my downtime today. Cool. I used to live in Inverness. It's when I first moved to Florida. My grandma lived in Inverness. I may have to go close the door. Anyway, but yeah, my grandma lived in Inverness, and so I had a job where I traveled, and so she's like, well, why don't you rent a room from us, and then you can just basically have the room, and you can go do your job and travel all over the place, but you'll always have some place to stay, and then you don't have to worry about, you know, getting an apartment and all the other stuff that comes with it. So I did that actually for about a year or two. So about a year. That was cool. The dog's name? Smiley's asking, what's her name? If it's the dog's name, her name is Lucy, because she is a feisty redhead. So, yeah. Yep. Puppy dog is Lucy. I don't know. We were trying for Pippi, but I was trying for Pip because of Great Expectations Realty. Lexi was like having no part of that. And I was like, well, what about Pippi? And nope, didn't like that either. But Lucy went over with flying colors. So Lucy, she is. So she is a very feisty redhead. So, and she gets herself into trouble. So her chew toy is named Ricky, of course. Yeah, it's pretty good, right? So yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. But she is a very, 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 very lovable dog. She's just crazy. We knew we were getting the crazy one. We actually chose the crazy one. That just shows you that we were gluttons for punishment. There was some others that were like not quite so crazy, but we got that one. So. Yeah, that's right. Allie, you were down in Miami. You moved up here. Yeah. She's a blast. Allie is awesome. Like, totally awesome. But yeah, she does not bother me at all. She asked me a few questions, but they're really good questions. She's great. She is an awesome person, that is for sure. So yeah, I don't know, what do we have? Aw, thank you guys. I got like fans on there today. Even my own agent, that's pretty good. So yeah, we're supposed to be getting some more agents in. We've got a new one over in Citrus County. Actually, he's in Crystal River. So if you're looking over Inverness, that would be, you probably get William. He's actually doing an open house in Williston on Saturday. So you guys can go check that out. But yeah, he is awesome agent. He is so hardworking. It is crazy. So really, really good agent. Excuse me 1 second while I go shut this door. Lexi. Sorry. I left it open when the dog went out. And then my daughter's making weird noises because she's watching TV. And apparently she thinks it's interactive. So yeah. Yeah, my daughter was at the office today. It was a lot of fun. She was helping to answer the phones. So if you called asking for property management today, you would have probably gotten her on the phone, which is hilarious. So she thought the job was very easy, but she was wore out when she got home. I was like, why are you so tired? Why are you so tired if it was so easy? And she's like, I think it was the fluorescent lights. I was like, okay, sure. But it was funny. And so she had a college class that started at 8, and then she was done by 9, and then 9 a.m. she was starting in the office and helping do some paperwork and some filing and some answering the phones and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. It was cool actually working with her and seeing her actually work, but that was funny because she's been in the office, God, countless times, but actually her taking charge of something was pretty cool. So anyway, a little bit of mayhem today. It was fun. Let's see. I guess that's, yeah, property management is doing really, really well. We dipped down on properties, but now it looks like we were back up to almost 200 again. I think we have like 198. So Allie, she's a big part of that. She's got a 42 unit apartment complex that she manages all by her lonesome, and some houses as well. She really likes working down in the villages as well. So she's got a whole bunch of stuff she manages, and she's doing a sale this month as well. So ew, that's a lot. That is a lot of stuff going on. Apparently she's bothered by them today. Mind you, she's been in my office countless times for countless hours, and never really bothered her before until she was actually working in it. So just saying, I think the freedom of not getting to just go to PDQ or Ollie's Bargain Center or whatever's walking distance. The mall is actually walking distance from our office. So yeah. Yeah, Allie is, she's got a rental down there right now. Is that one still available, Allie? The one in the villages? I don't remember from this morning. I honestly do not remember. I think you said somebody in August wanted it. I don't remember. Can't remember. We actually have a lot of vacancies right now. We're gonna have to drop some prices or something, but yeah. Yeah. We do have a great team. Everybody's like so awesome in there. I can't even tell you guys. Like, they are so freaking awesome to work with. Like 100%. They're great. I couldn't do anything without them. Like, nothing. They're freaking amazing. So every single one of them has their own unique personalities and their own strengths and weaknesses and stuff, but as a whole, they always have each other's backs. Oh my God, it's so nice. It's so nice to see, especially in real estate. Everybody's like, the only backs you can see are the ones you got stabbed in. I mean, it's hardcore sometimes, but to have an entire company of people that are like out there to help each other, and they'll just drop everything to help you out. Oh my God. Oh my God. So nice. So nice. You got 2 in the villages, a 3-2 and a 2-2, and they're much wanted in August and October. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm considering there too. Well, check with Allie. She's got some rentals. Very peaceful despite having a lot of activities. I don't know. I mean, if you like the villages, go for it. Absolutely. I like going to visit the villages. I like going to the Sumter Landing, and they have a much better Lowe's. and Home Depot. They've got a Lowe's and Home Depot down there that are nice. And I heard they have is it BJ's bargain, the warehouse? Yeah, they've got one of those. I think it's been open for all of 6 months now. Which community is it, Allie? Is it the Brown something? I don't know. It's pretty sad. I don't know. I know I saw the addresses this morning. I can't say I know the addresses because I don't remember. But I saw one of them this morning. We have a lot of rentals right now available, which is weird. Normally we'll have like 1, maybe 2. But right now, I think we probably have like 10. It's crazy. How far is TV from Ocala? Oh, the Villages. I was like, we have TVs here, what? The Villages from Ocala, I don't know, half an hour, I guess. Depends on what part of the Villages and what part of Ocala. For me, I live in southwest Ocala, so it only takes me about 15 minutes to get to the Villages. Maybe 20, depending on, like, because we went to do the 5K race. I think that one was in February. So we left our house and we were at the high school, which is where the race was, in 20 minutes. So, not bad. Hi, Bob. Lily has a pet rock named Bob. 30 to 35 minutes. Yeah. So, yeah, if you're like downtown Ocala, maybe 30 minutes, 35, depending, like I said, what part of the Villages. Because the Villages is massive. Massive. So if you wanted to go from Ocala to the southernmost point, it's going to be a heck of a lot more than 30, 35 minutes. It's just going to be a while. But if you're just going for the north portion, which is where like the schools are and like, I don't know, everything is, Sumter Landing, that kind of stuff, then it's not that far. It's part of it. I gotta plug my phone in. It's telling me. It's telling me that's it. Okay. Allie, are those on GER website? I think it's GERPM.com. So, Great Expectations Realty Property Management. Should be on there. Don't know. I think so. Oh no, check it out. It should be on there. If not, hit up Allie. Allie, put your email address, would you? Please. I don't remember it off the top of my head. I just put ALY and all of a sudden it fills it out with my Googles. I would be in very big trouble if I ever lost my Google account. It would not be pretty. Even this, like YouTube, it's owned by Google. So it would be very bad. Should be. Original. What? You're very original. Okay. She is, though. She is very much uniquely Allie. I try and get her on this YouTube channel like all the time. Allie, will you post your, did you post your email? So if anybody wants a rental in the Villages or just a rental in Ocala, period, they can just let you know. I don't know. I have to go. She's here today. So that alarm, the 7 p.m. alarm, that is for my accountability partner, who I've actually already talked to a couple times today, but not for accountability. So in our company, we have accountability partners. Actually, you could talk to Allie about either one of those because she does both, but definitely rentals for sure. But so every time we have a sales meeting, which is every 2 weeks, so it's every other week, we get our newly assigned accountability partners, which is just randomly the different sales agents get different partners, and you talk about your goals and they talk about their goals, and then each day you can either do it in the morning or in the evening. You discuss whether you met your goals and how best you can accomplish your next day's goals. So anyway, it's a goal and focus accountability partnership basically. So that alarm was just telling me I'm supposed to be calling or texting my accountability partner, because anybody that maybe needs a little bit more focus, or maybe they were ghosting their partner or something like that, the next week, I can pretty much guarantee you they're gonna get me. So I have my partner too. So it's just maybe if they just need a little bit more help, for some reason they seem a little more focused when their broker is their accountability partner. Go figure. So Allie has not had me as an accountability partner yet because she's pretty focused already. Sometimes a little too focused. Girl, you need to take a day off. Anyway, you can get a hold of us as well anytime you like. If you can put anything in the description in the comments below, that works. Or you can contact us at info@GreatExpectationsRealty.com, and we're good. That's scary. That's so scary. No, I actually had one. I was like, I got this. I had a Lottie. Whew. I thought that I was a hard worker, or I'm a pretty hard worker, and pretty focused and goal oriented and all of that stuff. And you ain't got nothing on a Lottie. A Lottie had me getting up before the sun every day, because that's when she was available to do the accountability partner thing, and she is raring to go, and we're gonna do this. And it was crazy. I got up more earlier than I had ever, like 5 o'clock in the morning. For what reason? Like, what reason? I couldn't even go to the gym until like 6:37. So yeah, I was up for no reason except because my accountability partner is crazy. But she has three boys, one who's on a traveling basketball team. She runs her sales, and she's very good at sales. She also has property management portfolio, and she also runs her husband's painting company. And they have investments and stuff too. I mean, and she also has a handyman business. So, and she translates a lot for us. Like, my husband has a lot of tenants that speak only Spanish, and sometimes he'll have vendors and stuff that only speak Spanish, and she translates for him without, not even breaking a sweat. Allie does too, but I think because she has the handyman business, for some reason, she ends up getting a little more often. But holy smokes, even today, one of our general contractors, his first language is Spanish, and so of course he feels more comfortable in that. So one of the other property managers was saying, oh, well, I tried calling him for this job I need him to do, because we need a GC to do it, and he's really good, but he didn't call me back. And Lottie's like, I got this. She gets him on the phone in 2.2 seconds. He's like, hey, what's going on? We're all like, really? So she's like, oh, no big deal. Like, she didn't even call him on the, like, nothing. She's just like, I need you to go out. He's like, yeah, no problem. I'll be out there tomorrow. Everybody loves a Lottie and always does what she wants. It's crazy. So again, she's just another one that just always got your back. Always. But yeah, she is the discipline. Whew, She is scary. So I thought that I had like pretty good handle on things. I was a pretty hard worker, all that. I got my, you know, time blocking down and stuff. Along comes Lottie, and she put me to shame. I was so exhausted by the time I was like done with my 2 weeks. I was like, oh my God. But she's great. She's great. So we have a really good crew. They're a lot of fun. Crazy, but good. Yeah, but she just doesn't stop. Like, she's just, I don't know. She's like one of those people that she volunteers for everything. If somebody's sick, she's bringing over some rice. I mean, like, she's just one of those people. Excuse me. She used to be a chef for Disney. But yeah, she's lived in Marion Oaks for forever, since 95, I think. But she's just a great person. But right, Allie, she's helped you, she's helped me, she's just always there. And if Elodie says she's gonna do something, she's gonna do it. So you could just count, it will be done. It's not a question. Even if she has to stay up till 3 in the morning, it will be done because she said it was gonna be done. So it's crazy. All of her customers love her, even her tenants. There's Elodie. Hey. No, you're not supposed to like be on here listening to me while I'm talking good about you. Oh my God, if this keeps up, I'm gonna have my whole crew on here. We were talking about the accountability partners. Aww. Talking about the accountability partners and how you never sleep. Like, ever. Like, I don't even know. Like, ever. I'm glad. It's gonna be a while before we're partners again. That's okay, because I need to sleep. I need to relax before I have a Lottie again. But yeah, I think so far she's the only one that's like, she outworked me, man. That's crazy. Sleep is overrated. Okay, no. It's just it is crazy. But yeah, no, they're great. They're great. Absolute mayhem. It's total fun, total chaos, but fun. Don't know. Anyway, so but yeah, that was the alarm, is because I gotta chat with William because he's got his first open house. It's so great. He's got his first open house over in Williston, and it's somebody that's selling a mobile and also possibly a mini farm, which would be cool. So yeah, William's just all excited about that. So it's his first one. It's so I love the newbies. I love the newbies. You guys are so excited and they're like raring to go, and they're gonna make this great. And I mean, just I love the newbies. I don't know. I've heard some real estate companies are like, no, we only work with experienced realtors. We don't work with any new agents. And it's like, oh, you're missing out on so much. The enthusiasm and this, just the joy just to show a house. It's like crazy. I've seen so many bathrooms and kitchens that I don't have that joy. At this point, I could probably just smell a house and know what's wrong with it. like just not even cross the threshold and go, okay, so in 1984, like there's experience, but there's not like that just sheer joy at seeing, because I've seen, I mean, unless it's something completely new and different, I've seen it. I can't even count how many houses I've seen at this point. So very awesome people. They are awesome. Like 100%. We love working together, which is great. But yeah, love new agents. Absolutely love new agents. The brand new ones but they take a lot of time too, which I can understand why some brokerages are like, not just no. because they do take a lot of time. I can't do like a whole bunch of brand new agents all at once. I tried that once. Bad things happen. Like, I was exhausted. I'm not doing that again. I like one or two at a time. Perfect. But I can't do like, if I got like 10 new agents, it would not go well for any of us. So can't do that. Can't do that. I like having like one, maybe two, and like mentoring them and really working with them and being there to answer all their questions and stuff. And then once they've kind of matured out of, you know, needing so much assistance, then I go and find another one and just kind of work through it and stuff like that. That awesome. But can't do like a whole slew of them. You just can't. I can't anyway. I know some brokerages can and they do, but I can't do that. And they'll end up getting ignored and it's not fun. I did choose you because you're awesome. Also, you were banging down my door and wouldn't go away. Just kidding. I'm kidding, Allie. I'm kidding. She did come to my office and she's like, I'm going to work for you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Good to know. So she's a trip. No, she really is great. So, but yeah, I met Allie and then, yeah, had to like practically move mountains in order to get her to Ocala. Not for anything, but it was just, we didn't have any rentals. Nobody had any rentals at the time. The market was absolutely insane. We were right in the thick of the boom and it was just like, so, and yeah, that's when she decides to move to Ocala and it was like, oh my goodness. Whew. It was crazy. So yeah, that was right in the thick of it. So thankfully it's somewhat calmed down right now. So that's good. But people are still buying like crazy. I mean, they're selling about 300 houses go under contract each week here in Marion County. That's a lot. That's a lot. And that's not even counting all the brand new construction that aren't even in the MLS. That's just in the MLS. So it's crazy. We've got a new builder in town, like brand new builder to us. Have you guys ever heard of LGI Homes? Oh, that was crazy. So crazy over the weekend. So I have this really sweet home buyer. So it reads so people can actually buy now. Yeah, true. But the so I went in, I had this buyer from like 4 years ago. I think it's about 4 years ago. She bought a house and it was her first home and she was so sweet. She barely got the house and she needed a 4-bedroom because she wanted her family with her. And I mean, we found it. It was barely in her price range. We got it. It was this older home. It was, you know, it wasn't pretty, but it was definitely what she needed. And it, you know, passed all the financing contingencies and everything. She got this house. Okay. It had a new roof and new HVAC as well. So, okay. So she gets this house. 4 years later, the house has skyrocketed in value. And she's just like, I'm ready to sell this house. And I'm going to buy brand new construction because I am sick to death of older homes. She's like, I never want to do this again. She's just like, I mean, it's just like constant maintenance and stuff when it's an older home and you're just fixing it to keep going. So she's like, I want to not mess with anything. I want brand new construction. I'm like, all right, we got you. So we went ahead and sold that house. It closes tomorrow, actually. And Saturday we went out. She's staying in an apartment in the meantime. There goes my dog. She's crazy. She's probably barking at the wind. So we went in and looked for new houses. And now she's buying a house in the $300,000 range. And she's getting a 5-bedroom. So we found a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, brand new construction home listed for $309,000. And it was through this company, LGI Homes. Okay, great. So there was a whole bunch of houses. There was a lot of, she wanted like a 4.3 or a 5.3 or something like that. Brand new construction. So I found a lot of 4.2s, but not a lot of 4.3s. Definitely not a lot of 5.3s. I only found that one in that price range. So in that area, she wants very specifically Marion Oaks. I'm like, okay. So all the other houses, okay, I call up the builder, like, you know, let's go ahead and get this house, or, you know, I need to go and show this house. Okay, here's the lockbox code, go off you go. Here's the model home, off you go. Okay, all of them, except LGI. We went into LGI, they're like, oh, we have to meet you at the model home. And I'm like, kind of weird, but okay. Yep, it's in our contract. We have to accompany you to the homes. That's definitely weird, but okay. We get to this place, and they had this whole spiel that my poor buyers had to sit through, explaining all the wonderful things about Marion Oaks. The one that already lived in Marion Oaks. They were like, have you seen, you know, the community center? And she's like, yeah, I have. I've lived here. Did not faze them at all. They still had to go through the whole thing. Went through the entire spiel about how far away Publix is, where the hospitals were, as if they were people from out of area. Okay. So we get through that, which it would be great. It would be a great spiel for somebody from another area. If they were coming from another state, very helpful information. But somebody, they need to adjust for people that actually have lived in Marion Oaks. They did not adjust. There was no adjusting. There was the spiel. I started feeling like I was in a timeshare thing. I was like, we are trapped. We just need to see the houses. Yay or nay. Let's go. No, that is not how it went. So we're walking up. First off, we're in the thing, and I'm like sitting there. Like, after a while, it got a little crazy. We were sitting there for like 20 minutes listening to the spiel, and I'm just like, this is getting ridiculous. So I started recording it, and I sent it. So we all have, like, the whole sales group in my company, we all are on a Facebook chat. And so I was like, I'm stuck. I'm stuck in a sales chat in this sales thing. It's like a timeshare thing. Have you guys been to LGI? Nobody been to LGI yet. I was like, oh my God, be warned, be warned. So, I'm like, I recorded it for a few seconds. They're like, somebody said fake a heart attack. I was like, that won't help. They'll just send me to the hospital and keep my buyers. I mean, there was no getting out of this. So the buyers were really, really sweet about it, really nice about it, kind of rolling their eyes, but whatever. So we finally are like going out to the car to finally see the house, right? No. We go out, and the sales lady's like, okay, you guys can ride with me. And I'm like, no, I don't do that. I'm going to drive my own car. I'll follow you. Both my buyers were like, we're riding with Andrea, and book it across the parking lot. And I was like, that wasn't an invitation. Whatever. Fine. Move the kids' stuff out of the way. I hadn't expected, they never had ridden in my car before. So they're in my car. I'm like, okay, I'm like blasting the radio and stuff. I'm like, well, whatever, you do you. So we're all in this car. The two of them and I were in this car. And I was like, what, you didn't want to go with the timeshare hookup? And they're like, no, we'd be trapped. I was rolling. So then we go, we're like, okay, we're finally going to go see the house, right? No, she took us to the community center to show us the amenities. And I was like, all right, I'm done. I was like, look, I'm sorry, but we have appointments for other showings after this. You didn't warn me that this was going to be a 2-hour endeavor to go and see these two houses. There was a 4-3 and a 5-3. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, but I have to, like, I threw her off. Okay. She did not know what to do with herself because I had like stopped her spiel. And she's like, but and I'm just like, okay, look, can we just do like a, you know, Control Alt Delete and like skip to the next part, my friend. So we did. She's like, okay, well, I don't want them to miss anything. And I'm like, don't worry, they won't. Okay, we're good. They see the splash pad. It's a gorgeous splash pad. Let's move on. So we go to the next house. Apparently she had forgotten the keys to the house, so her supervisor had to come over and open the actual doors of the house. Two houses. Also, she got lost to the community center, but that I'm not gonna hold it against her. It's Marion Oaks, like, scary. So we go in, and first she's like showing us the outside of the house. Okay, dude, it's like the surface of the sun outside. Can we go inside? No, she didn't have keys, and she didn't want to tell us, so that's why she was having us tour the outside of the house. I was like, oh, I would have done the same thing. So we go, she's like pointing out there's the air conditioner. I mean, it was a very nice air conditioner. It was a Lennox, but at the same time, dude, I'm hot. Let's go enjoy the air conditioner. So we do get inside. Was it the 4-3 or the 5-3? No, it was a 3-2. We're like, what are we doing here? She's like, well, I just needed to show you. No, you don't. No, you don't. Where did the 3-2? Well, I just want you to see all the finishes. What? So we're like, I'm going, so then she has to do this math on this sheet. Has to. And she's like, okay, here, sir, here's basically what your mortgage is going to be. Here's what the insurance is going to, blah, 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 blah. And she's going all the way. And I'm like, ma'am, why are you doing math on a 3-2 when they don't want a 3? They don't even want the 4-3. They want the 5-3, but they may consider the 4-3. We're in a 3-2. What are we doing here? And then she was like, she just like could not compute. I'm like, okay, I gotta walk around because I don't know. And we really, I knew the 5-3 was what they wanted. I knew that was gonna be the perfect house for them. So I just had to just suck it up. So I'm trying, and I'm really trying, but my patience, okay. So she did her timeshare spiel basically again. We get back at the cars. Now we have a 3-car lineup because it's her, the supervisor, and us. We go to the next house, the 4-3, finally. And it was very nice, and it totally was doable, but they really wanted to see that 5-3. So we went and saw the 5-3, finally. It was like a 2-hour endeavor. I'm not even joking with y'all. They did see the 5-3. They loved it, and they made me promise that I would not. She kept talking about signing something. And they're like, no. I was like, no, you're not going to get pushed into anything. So I told her, thank you so much. We're going to go and look at the other houses. We're going to let you know. And she's just like, oh, but you got to, no, that's okay. We're good. We're going to talk about it. She's like, but this is the last one. No, we're not going to do pressure. We're not. They're going to make their choice because they want to make their choice. But I will let you know. And she's like, okay, but you got my phone number. Yes, I do. So, so we left and we went over, we were going to go to get their car because their car was at the model center. So we went over to get their car, and they're like, okay, seriously, what houses are going to top that 5-3? And I was like, let's go through them all. And they're like, should we go ahead and just get it? I'm like, no, let's go through the houses. I want you guys to make the decision, not be pushed into it. And they're like, okay. So we went through all the houses, and they're like, yeah, nothing's comparing to that at that price. And I'm like, it's a really good price. So they did. They went ahead and purchased it. So it is soon to be theirs. We closed a few weeks, 3 weeks. But yeah, it was crazy. It was the craziest way to spend a Saturday. So, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of these people. They just started in our market. Literally June 3rd, I think, was the first time something hit the MLS. The houses are gorgeous, and they're higher end finishes and stuff. But I want to see one of their houses before there's drywall and insulation. So I got to go hunt one of their houses down, because you find out a lot about a builder and a supervisor and all of that before the walls go up. I have to see it. I have to know. So I gotta go traipsing onto one of their properties and go look at it and see how they're doing on their builds. Cause yeah, anyway, but we'll see. But yeah, oh my God. I was laughing so bad. I was just like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I don't know if it's maybe something more from a big city, because they're from Orlando. They're from the Orlando thing. But like D.R. Horton, Lennar, those are big companies as well all over the United States. I just go in and I'm like, hey, I'm going to show a property. Okay, cool. You know, knock yourself out, Andrea. They don't even face them. They're just like, you need help? No. Okay. They're fine. But yeah, this girl, she did not know me. She's just like, so how long have you been an agent? 17 years. Like, what? Yeah. So Ronnie asked, are they block homes? Yeah, they're block homes. They're beautiful homes too. I just like, they're really cheap. So I just gotta make sure that they're not like built weird. So I don't know. I gotta look while I can still get them out of it. But yeah, but there's a lot of big builders from Orlando that are coming over. It's like crazy. So all of these realtors that are coming over, they have 407 phone numbers, which is Orlando. I haven't seen a 352 in a while. It was weird. So, but it was a crazy Saturday. And I brought my whole sales team with me as far as on the phone. Fake a heart attack. Dude, no! They will literally load me up and keep my buyers hostage. No! So bad. I was like, okay, maybe after I get to know them a little while, maybe there will be some leeway on that sales pitch. Hopefully. Because if I have to sit through that 2 or 3 times, I don't know that I'm going to make it. Or somebody's not going to make it. I don't know. But anyway. No, I mean, I looked on, on their reviews and stuff. Some of the reviews were like not so great for their warranty and stuff. So I might spring for an additional warranty if I can. So like another warranty outside of them. I don't know, because they just, I think the only thing I really saw was warranty issues. There was one person complaining because the dog park wasn't inside the gated community, it was outside. And I'm like, okay. Just different random stuff. But I don't know. It was just interesting. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'll let you know. But oh yeah, it was 309. And then if they used that lender, they got a full 1.5 off, or a whole 1.5 off. So they got an interest rate way under, and no closing costs. All the closing costs are included. So yeah, it was 3.5% down. So I don't know. I don't know if it sounds too good to be true. It normally is. So that's why I'm just kind of like, let me see what's in the walls. Like, I want to know. I want to see the plumbing. I want to see the electric. Like, I'm not an inspector, but I just need to, I need to know. But I am going to have them, highly encourage them to get a home inspection. I think it's worth it. So, especially, like I said, with an unknown builder. I mean, yes, they're known throughout the United States, but I don't know them. And I have to vouch for them. So, and I was straight up with the buyers. I don't know them. So I gotta go find out. I gotta go be nosy. Because y'all know, if that build is terrible, I'm never gonna sell another one. I will never show them. Nope. Because then it reflects on me and my reputation. That's not cool. That's not cool. So, all right. Well, I have bored you guys way more than enough tonight. I'm so glad that 2 of my people were on here tonight. I had Allie on here and Alati, both on here. That was crazy. So, I don't know. I'll let you know how the LGI story comes. Smiley is always over here. You always catch me on Monday nights. So, yeah. I'll let you know. I will let you know. The saga will continue. We're going to go all the way through. And I'm going to go and see what I can find out. Be nosy. See what it looks like behind the walls. It's hard to tell once the walls are up, You really got to, see it beforehand. So I got to go find one of their builds before it's got anything. But I got to find it. I got to do some research and find one. See what it looks like beforehand. So we'll see. I will let you guys know. If it's good, you guys will see some serious videos from LGI. Apparently, I can go and do videos of their houses, no problem. And that might be my loophole. Because next time, I might just bring my buyer with me as I do a video. Because then they don't go through the whole spiel. So, I don't know. I'm going to find a loophole to get out of that if I can. Because, wow. Whew, that was something crazy. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see. Stay tuned for more. I'll talk to you guys later. I got to go make dinner because this family might be starving. You guys have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. And they rock. Yeah, they do. They're pretty freaking great people. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. I will be back again next Monday at 6 p.m. and we can hang out together. Maybe we'll be able to hang out outside. Probably not. It was hot. But we will hang out together somehow. So have a great night and I'll see you later. Bye.